Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Papa Don't Preach. As you can see, I am Obi Kamafuna, and I'm here with my man, Philip Berman. Phil, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Thank you for having me.
First time.
First time caller, long time listener. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you.
I'm glad you're back, man.
Nice.
I'm glad you're back without Damon. No shade to Damon.
No, all the shade. today.
He just gets the best.
All the shade.
He riles you up so good.
God, it's just every fucking word out of his mouth. I swear. I love the man, but he gets me going every time, man.
Is he your nemesis? Like, do you think he's your nemesis?
He's the only one that can like get at me. Like if somebody has already come, like you, like if you'll come at me, it's like, all right, cool, stand my ground a little bit, whatever. But he's just this little hype man in the fucking corner that goes, oh, get him. And I'm just like, shut up. It makes everything fucking worse.
You know what's funny? He's always projected that I'm an instigator.
Yeah.
And like,
but he's right there.
Yeah.
He's fueling the fire for sure.
Yeah, he's definitely an instigator. I'm not saying that I'm not. I'm just saying it takes one to know one.
Yeah, that's great because I just call him loud every time because that.
Oh yeah, man, he gets so upset when you call him loud. He gets louder,
loud and rowdy. I remember his dad. Steve Barry. Shut the fuck up.
All right, I don't want to be ripping on somebody. He's not here to defend himself.
All right.
You know that's not chill. So
I can call him right now. We can just get him on. No, we don't.
We can patch him in.
I don't want to do that.
What do you think? What cat do you think he's rescuing from what tree?
Something.
All right. I say we're not going to roast him.
My bad. Anyways,
I'm not saying we're going to roast him.
Yeah, no. So fuck Damon. Anyway,
we're not going to roast him or his chin. All right.
No.
So he's a beautiful Balchinian.
Yeah. Big moon face.
Have you had your break today? Okay. Anyway, guys, welcome back to another episode of Papa Don't Preach. Philip is here. We're going to be going down a laundry list of things that we need to talk about. A lot of you they're very excited for some great shows coming up. There's new documentaries about Nickelodeon. There's X-Men 97. The strike is over. Game of Thrones is coming back. The Penguin's coming to Max because, HBO was too cool of a name. So now it's Max.
Yep.
We have a lot to talk about. But first, how has your week been?
Week's been good. Work's been busy. Luke is out on spring break right now, so
what the fuck?
It is disgusting how many days off this kid has.
I feel like it's too many.
Every damn month has been teacher evaluation and something. So it's fine, whatever. And then we roll into spring break, and I'm like, he's been off like fucking 30% of the month. What the hell are we talking about spring break right now?
Yeah, I don't get why spring break applies to elementary
It's fucking
kids.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but nevertheless, yeah, it's been fun. So, did the Universal Studios thing.
Oh.
That's fun. Big fan of the Harry Potter ride. Well, he is. My thighs barely fit on the ride, but no, it was a good time. He's been having a blast and driving us crazy. So,
well, that's nice.
How's your world been?
Spring break is like you said it's stupid.
It sucks.
Like they so the week before spring break, Thursday, they're like, last day of school, free day tomorrow. So the free day is just like, you can't drop them off as early as you need to make it to work on time, but you got to pick them up in the middle of the day because they're done with them.
Of course.
So Friday, they're off. They don't come back to school until the next Tuesday.
Of course, they have that Monday off.
Well, yeah, Cesar Chavez Day. So, don't say anything or you're racist.
I misplaced my car. So
Yeah, okay.
Every month they just have more days off, and I get it, like teacher evaluation days.
No, it's too many days.
This and that, but I talked to my parents about this. I said, when I was off, like, what did you do with me? And they're like, nothing. You just sat at home, or you went to a date,
that was the thing,
school or whatever.
That was the thing. It was a different time.
Oh my God! Every day it's a different time.
It was a different. Well, like if you think about it, when we were kids, like, do you remember being left home alone? Do you remember how young you were when you were home alone for the first time?
I don't remember the age, but I remember like, all right, cool. Like mom and dad are gone. I got to figure out what the hell I'm going to eat and basically watch whatever the fuck was on TV. I think it was like Blue's Clues or some shit. That was what I was watching the whole time.
I remember when I was left home alone, I was fully aware we were too young to be left at home.
Nice.
Like I was like, okay. I remember my brother and I like we were like in Three Ninjas mode. Like, all right, if somebody breaks in, they're gonna have to pass this pole, and like we stuck like nails up in the door.
Who was Rocky? Who was Colt? And who was Tum Tum?
Okay, obviously
You
I
were
was Tum Tum. Obviously I was Tum Tum. You know what's funny? Like growing up, like every single fucking animated trio.
Right.
I had to be the fucking fat one.
Obviously.
Like I was like, Alvin and the Chipmunks. I'm the fucking green guy. Why? Is because your favorite color is green? Nah, because you fat.
'Cause you got them thick thighs, bro. You got them thick thighs.
I never get to be the smart one, never the cool one.
Yeah.
Never get to be a leader.
What's weird is every time I meet somebody named Emily, I always think of the song or the little like fucking chant or whatever. Rocky loves Emily. Rocky loves Emily. I don't know why, but it's every damn time I meet somebody named Emily, that's what I hear.
There was a girl I was working with. Her name was Joni, and like her name is her name is Joni, and she had to be like, I don't know what the fuck her parents were thinking because she's younger than I am,
Right.
Which is already weird that her name is Joni.
Right. That's like your grandmother or aunt's.
Yeah,
name.
I'm like, okay, your name is Joni. That's fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so as I am talking to her, she's working with some talent people that I'm working with as well, and she's like, oh yeah, your name is Obi, like Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I'm like, yeah, you love Chachi, huh? You love Chachi?
Oh, Joni loves Chachi. I was like,
but
what?
she looked at me like.
She didn't know?
I'm like, Joni loves Chachi? I'm like, nobody's ever said Joni loves Chachi.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, okay, either she's been living under a brick or like a rock, or she's gaslighting me, or like she got like the end of the joke. Like she wins.
Right.
I don't know what happened, but
Did she not know who that was?
she didn't. She's never heard it before. And so here is what happened. When so like, first of all, I was thinking like, who is this girl that's named Joni's gonna make an Obi-Wan Kenobi joke? Like, come on, you and I are in the same team.
Right,
like,
right.
And one of our PAs were like, don't you know it's dodgeball. Joni loves Chachi. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I completely forgot Ben Stiller like quoting that Joni loves Chachi thing. And I was like, oh my God.
I mean, that's great. Did she get that at least? Or
No, she didn't get that at least.
That's an age thing right there, man. It's,
Joni loves Chachi.
Yeah, you're getting older when the references you're using and then the kids that are around you, they're like, what?
Well, yeah, I think like right now we're in the age, especially with millennials, where we are starting to quoted quotes. Like we're quoting Adrian from Animaniacs, not from fucking A Streetcar Named Desire.
Dear.
Yeah, we know the Goodfellas before we saw the saw the Goodfellas before we saw the Goodfellas. Like there's a lot that we started to like we were the first to deal with memes as before meme culture was meme culture. Like when everybody would do the tip of the hat, like in Kung Pao, he's getting milk shot at him by a CGI cow, or Kung Fu or Kung Pao, whatever that movie was, and he's like doing the Matrix, and you're like, it's called doing the Matrix,
right?
that was the thing. Yeah, it's.
I just remember mossing when that became a verb.
Mossing.
You got mossed. Remember that in football?
No.
When you got mossed?
Oh, when you got grass in your face?
No, like when you one-handed, like if you were the defender, were going up for a ball at the same time and the guy mossed it.
Oh, like Randy Moss.
Like Randy Moss. Yeah, but remember then that became a verb?
I don't know. I wasn't that good of a football player.
Stop it.
I know. I'm fishing for compliments. I'm fishing for compliments.
Yeah, stop it.
No, but like I never heard mossed it. Like,
yeah, right? Blaine, that's a thing, yeah?
I don't know.
This isn't the crayon thing. I swear to God, this isn't the crayon thing.
Oh God.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah,
again.
he's like, didn't you mass it? You masked it.
Moving on. Moving on. Yeah. No, I agree with you on that. I think that our generation, it was just part of daily life, and now they use it as like, oh, that's creative. That's
yeah,
like
it is crazy, and I mentioned it on before. I mentioned on this pod before. Like, I don't know why it bothers me, but there's like this thing that bothers me when like people are like, I was 8 years old when I figured out you can open up a lemonade box by the side. Look at that, just like a cup. And I'm like,
y'all would have been jumped at lunchtime. You would have been jumped. This idiot can't even open his lemonade box. Get the fuck out of the sandbox, dude. You can't be here. My God.
Bro, get the fuck out of here. Take your crayon box and get the fuck out of here. Fucking nerd. your lunchbox and your cram box and get the fuck out of here.
Fucking geek. I can't even open a milk box.
Hey, do you remember how old you were when you found out what a dork was? And like, did you giggle for years?
Yeah. So actually, I remember the day. I remember the whole thing because my mom yelled at me. We were at Hale. I was in 7th grade, and I just found out what a dork was. The whale's penis.
The whale's penis, for those of you not, it's not to be confused with whale's vagina.
Oh no,
which is actually a San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
That's a San Diego. All right, yes, so dork.
I was trying to think of the beginning of the line of Viking sailing ship, whatever. Anyways, so I got picked up from Hale. It's right after school. I remember the car. My mom was driving a red Jetta.
Okay.
And we're driving away, and I learned what dork was, and I said, "Mom, you're a dork."
Oh Jesus!
And she was like, "And what? Like, why would you call me that?" And I was like, "I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I found out it's a whale's penis." Whap! Right in the bam. And we're like driving down Platte and Victory, and I'm sitting there like,
what a roller coaster ride!
Right in front of the Chinese food right there. We passed McDonald's. I got no free ride for a minimum day, man. It was bad.
Dude, it was such a roller coaster ride because first you talk about how you called your mom a dork. I'm like, look at this white motherfucker calling his mom
getting
names.
Away with it.
I'm like, fucking Bart Simpson over here, and then you get smacked, and I'm like, look at this motherfucking Jewish kid running his mouth.
Lori Berman was not about that life. I even tried. In the red Jetta, we were driving to school, and I had just gotten the Bone Thugs and Harmony War album. It was the two album one. And I was like, oh, this is going to be great, Put it in there, and my mom was like, this is pretty bad, but we're just going to keep it low. I was like, cool. Boom, turn the volume up. She's yelling at me, turn it back down, turn it up, turn it down. It was great. But yeah, I had my mom listening to The Art of War. Driving to school as a 12-year-old kid.
Yeah, my mom liked, she called him Tupac Achoo. She loved it. Yeah, she's like, Tupac Achoo is really good. Huh? The way he speaks his words over his verbs.
See, if I do that,
that's
accent,
racist.
I get yelled at.
Yeah,
no, I can't do
that. I mean, like, my mom is kind of just like, it's crazy because she speaks English. They all speak English,
of course,
but it's the way they navigate English that's always amazing. Like you can't stub your toe. God has brought in the stone to crack and incinerate my living. Like it's the way they it's like they try to be poetic, but in like the worst accent. It's kind of like thinking about listening to a Russian love song,
Of course.
Like it does not match. Like if you take everything a Nigerian says, like instead of like hey, I got broken up with today, kind of breaks my heart. You're like, sure. The feeling I have, the woman of my life, she has ripped my eyes out of my sockets. Like if you put that into like French or Italian, it's like this beautiful quote that they would paint,
of course,
with like a feather on the wall. Yeah. But Igbo,
people will write about this story for generations to come. I've never heard you do this accent before.
Oh, you've heard me.
Mesmerized by this.
You've heard me.
I've heard your mom talk, and I could listen to that all day. But you, Obi, with this accent, all day. I'm like,
I don't do like, it's one of those things where, if you're English and then you hang out with your family, and then you some words start to sound a little, and that's what it is for me. It's just sounds, it's very funny. Like if you watch my fucking sister or my brother, like when they go to Nigeria,
they fall into it.
Well, yeah, it's because like you can't, you get jumped. You're going to get scammed. You're going to lose your wallet, your pants, your shoes. If you go over there like, hey man, yo, where can I find some chin chin? Like, yo, where's the nearest, yo bro, where can I get some chin? They'll be like, take these motherfuckers' wallets right now. Like it's over.
Like, get this white man out of my face.
Yeah, but you go in there and you're like, EB brother, I need your help. Like you have to go over there and just fall into it.
So we went to Hawaii several years ago, and I found myself speaking
Jesus
like
Christ,
that, but I didn't mean to. It was like when I go to these areas, like I'm in Texas for work, and like these guys are talking with like a little twang in their accent. So there I am talking with my twang in my accent. And like they're sitting there like saying stupid shit. Like there's an episode of The Office where Michael, the new boss, comes in. It's not Bette Midler, but what's her name?
Fucking Joe.
Joe, yeah. And she comes in.
Bates. What's her name? Kathy Bates.
Kathy Bates, yeah. So Michael Scott has that line, and he goes like, "Well, if you ain't knee high to a grasshopper, then you ain't around here." And I'm just like, damn it, I do that shit all the time. Like, I don't know what it means.
He is you ain't.
Is that like an identity crisis? I think
Yeah, man. I can't imagine you in Hawaii just like,
No,
hey,
it was a lot of like, it was a lot of like, brother, doo-doo paper, you throw doo-doo paper, like, oh, damn it. And I'm so embarrassed when I do it, but I just don't know that I do it when it's happening, and it just happens.
Oh man,
Nobody gives me service out there.
Dude,
It's disgusting.
No,
It's
it
terrible.
happens, and like I do it like right now. I'm calling all over the East Coast, and I was talking this wonderful woman named Penny in Nashville trying to get a car service booked, and these women in the fucking South can talk, bro. They can talk. And so I'm like, I give him my email, which is like my last name and then like my company name. It's my first name, my last name, my company name. Yeah. It's like, ooh, that's one hell of an email. And like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, yeah, these knee high up off of grasshopper. I just noticed, like, I'm talking to Sweet Penny, and she's just like, oh, where's that name from, Suge? And I'm like, oh, I'm far out from Nigeria, but I'm sitting over here on the West Coast, just living my life, doing my thing. She's like, ooh-wee.
So there's times where I'll talk to Penny or a type of person like Penny, and I'll be like, girl, you don't even know. And I'm like, I don't ever say girl.
Did you see what
don't
the
even
fuck
know.
this guy just
like? I went like this, like, heavens to Betsy, girl. Child, he did this on your watch? I don't think so. Not today. Not today.
Not today. I have been there. I have been there,
I'm
man.
disgusted that I do that.
Yeah.
I fucking hate it. It's like an identity crisis or something. Like,
I don't know what
I
it
can't-
is. You know what it what it really is SNL had this very very bad but funny skit about like People Pleasers Anonymous a couple weeks ago. And it's kind of the same thing where like your instinct is to make someone feel comfortable. So you act like them. So you just like mimic them.
Yeah.
Somebody comes up to you like, what's up, Philly? Like, I don't know, dog.
Shoo, man. Shoo.
Shit. Shit. That's it. Like, that's how it is. Like, honestly, it's just, you're weak, but you're a nice guy.
I'm a beta. That's what that means.
Beta!
You go back to that. And it's
Beta!
But I
Whatever
think it's a
happened to
very...
that dude?
Who?
Remember that old black dude that would just be screaming and I'm like, Beta!
I don't see color, Obi. Is he just a black guy?
No,
Or an old guy?
I forgot his name. It's something Jesse Lee Peterson. Is that it? Jesse Lee Peterson.
I don't know who that is. Are you pulling it up?
Yeah, this he's like a racist closet case, and just I don't even know if he's racist. I think he's just like a guy who's like, I got a niche. If I just say outrageous shit, people will click on my stuff, and that's what it is.
It bothers that shtick bothers me.
Hey man, it's very easy to fall in that shit. Like men are. It's funny, like men are very, very susceptible to bullshit because you grow like. You spend your life like you spend your early years expanding your friend group, and like you then like you go from one age group to another age group where you're like, oh, these people accept me, they don't really care about this. Then you go into college and you go, oh, these people, doesn't matter who you are, like we can find our own identity, and then that all ends, and then you either find a lady or you find like you're just like trying to grind and trying to survive, and there's all this pressure to be, like it's. We all pretend like, oh no, you don't have to have money, you don't have to have it all, and all this shit. But like, you gotta support yourself. Yeah, you gotta support yourself. And so men, as they get older, lose friends. And I mean, look at me and you. We're homies. We see each other once a year.
Once a year, and I love it. I love
the perfect amount.
Yeah,
the perfect amount.
No, I think
So-
I mean, I didn't know where you were gonna go with this. I thought you were gonna go into this whole like. How men kind of, not men, but like we're going to use this guy as an example. Like he creates a shtick and then he has an audience and whatever it is. And
Well,
like,
it's just like, easy to be.
There's an
damned.
audience for everything. And I think that like we went from like the whole beta
Except
comment,
for us.
right? Yeah. We've got an audience. There's an audience.
My mom unsubscribed from us.
Oh, no. She hasn't heard your accent yet. How could that happen?
Yeah, not yet.
No, as men, like I did the whole beta comment, and it's like, men are simp. Let's just be honest. Like they're fucking simps. Like the amount in the last 3 or 4 years, right? Think of the explosion that has happened with social media, making money. You go through OnlyFans, you go through all that shit, right?
Yeah. And it's just dudes.
It is just dudes giving money away,
throwing their money
just
away.
ridiculous shit. Which I'm not going to knock the hustle. I'm jealous of the hustle. I mean, for God's sakes, if there was an only dads or whatever,
I've been pushing only dads,
I'm
calf
just saying.
shots and gut shots all
calf
day.
shots, gut shots, and watch me mow a lawn.
Yeah.
Fucking A. That'll be
Only
it
dads.
right there. But you know what?
Onlydads.com.
If we can get some subs on there, I'd be great. Let's do it.
Yeah.
But if we're dumb enough to pay for it, you can't knock the hustle at all. It's
No,
insane.
but yeah.
It's absolutely insane.
You're right. Like, I remember, like, for the longest time, because, like, even when I was a young motherfucking kid, like, before I turned 18, I had friends that were strippers. And I'll tell you right now, no matter how lost a girl was, no matter how successful a girl was, because I even when I would go visit my brother in college, like, there's girls like, yeah, I'm a stripper. And, like, she's getting her doctorate, you know, like, she's like, her knees are all bruised up, but she's sitting there putting counting dollars, putting $4,000 up in her fucking shoebox, and like,
Tuition
I gotta
and
go to the
loans, I
bank,
get
I gotta go to the bank, and I gotta figure a way out. And I was just like, yeah, goddamn. And then you go to the club. Then you go to the club and you see the motherfuckers that are there on the Tuesday afternoon, or you know, a Thursday, you know, and you're just like,
why am I here with
fuck,
them?
man, like, who's being objectified here? Who's being objectified? This guy who literally thinks this woman that he doesn't even know her real name is his fucking girlfriend.
Here comes Chastity.
Oh, Chastity.
Walking
Hey,
up to the
Chastity. Oh, my God,
backstage.
Billy, how are you?
Yeah.
I'm doing good. You know, I told my wife I was going to work.
Yeah.
Lost it a couple days ago.
Now, for the fourth time today, Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me.
That's the greatest song ever.
It's the only song.
It's the greatest song ever.
It was, Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me, and then what? Metallica, Enter the Sandman, right? Like, that's like, your top
that's
two.
it. Oh, and there's obviously Get Low. That's a new
That's
newer to the stage, but it's like brum, bum, bum,
Yeah, the problem is
bum,
though, is that
everybody welcome Cherry.
your veteran girls that are on stage, they can't do the Get Low because their knees crack every time they get low.
Okay,
you know?
now you're
No, that's rude.
that's some haterade. That's some haterade right there.
I celebrate them. Good, get out there, exercise, get your dollars. It's a whole cardio workout. One should be so lucky.
Let me ask you a question. How fast do you think you can run a mile right now?
Run a mile?
Yeah.
You used the wrong verb in that one, buddy. You used the wrong verb in that one, dude. Run a mile. Get the fuck out of here. Walk? I'm a solid power walker. Dude. I'll tell you that.
How fast can you walk a mile?
I mean, if I'm hoofing it,
Like
I'm like, oh God, I got to get the fuck out.
okay,
You're looking at maybe a solid 17.
solid 17.
I know this because my Apple Watch tells me, I'm doing the walks every day. And, I mean, if I'm grinding and hustling, it's about a 17.
Fuck the Apple Watch.
Why fuck the Apple Watch? This thing is the only reason I'm alive, basically.
Well,
today.
so first of all, I said fuck the Apple Watch because first of all, I got an Apple Watch. I didn't buy it. It was given to me for a birthday present.
Oh, okay.
A year later, obsolete. Fuck that thing. I'm like, fuck this. And second of all, I don't need fireworks for fucking standing for 15 minutes. Like,
Sometimes you need fireworks to stand for 15 minutes.
like, it's just like, bzz. Thank you, Phil. You reached your steering goal.
I need something that's going to tell me, hey, fat ass, get off the chair. Okay, don't mind if I do. I have to get up.
Yeah, I have irritable bowel syndrome. That tells me to get off the chair.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
Oh, damn.
Oh, damn. Dude, oh, my God. I got a story. Dude, so I've been doing the 75 hard challenge. And I'm doing it. It's already done. It started at January 1st.
Hey, you look nice.
Appreciate it. So, January 1st, it's like no alcohol, work out twice, all this other shit, whatever, diet, whatever the fuck.
No alcohol.
Right, I know,
Okay.
right? No, it was tough. It was
Okay.
tough. I did the whole 75 no alcohol, and I lost I think it was 25 or something pounds on it, but I was walking every day. Everything was great, My diet was fucking dope. Everything was good. And then St. Patty's Day was day 76. You're fucking done, right?
Okay.
So I ate and drank whatever the fuck I wanted. Sunday came around and I was like, gotta get my workout in, I'm gonna do my power walk. And I made it. I was doing 4 or 5 miles a day, and I felt my stomach bubbling at mile 2, and I was and I'm not on a treadmill. I'm oh,
Yeah, see, that's
And
why I don't do that shit.
I was getting there, and I was, stomachs are grueling. I'll be fine. I'll tighten things up. And I swear to God, Obi, I had to turn around, and I'm walking back to the fucking house, and I am upright, erect, clenched, And I'm like trying to get into the fucking door, and I drop my keys, and I'm like kicking the fucking door, and Amber has to let me in. I was like, get the fuck out of the way, get the fuck out of the way. And I am looking down the hallway. I swear to God, Obi, I haven't felt like that in so long. I was concerned. I was in the shower afterwards. It was bad. But anyways, yeah, back on that grind, you know. Diet, this and that.
I want to. I'm not sure if this happens to you. I don't know what it is about so like, I feel like our brain puts so much energy into like pretending that you're sober when you're not.
Okay.
Like, I'll tell you, like, have you ever been out to drinks?
Mm-hmm.
You ever been out with your friends, you're drinking, you have a good time, and you know, you're thinking to yourself, all right, I've had 4 cocktails. Maybe I should slow down, but you don't feel like slowing down. You're like, I've had 6. I'm all right. And you know, you call your car home and you're like, it's good. I feel all right. And then once you see your house, your brain's like, oh God, I can just like stop sucking in. Cause like you get out of that Uber and you're like looking at your keys, you're like, oh fuck. You know, you're looking at the door. All of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm gonna piss my pants. If I don't get this key in the home, I'm gonna piss my pants. You get in the door and it's just like a trail of clothes to the bathroom. Then like you wake up in the morning, you're like, I don't remember heating up that pizza or changing into my onesie, my Christmas onesie to go to bed.
Festive onesie.
Yeah, like, I don't know what it is, but yeah.
It's like you get to the door, your body has like a GPS. Your body's like, we're going to keep it together. Everything's good, you're good. But as soon as your body realizes it's about 10 feet from the front door, everything starts shutting down.
Yeah, it's like,
your muscles
get it out.
forget how to contract. Your body's like, nope, we're just going to let all this out. No, it is. By the time you get there, it's like, yep, that's a fart. No, it's not. And you're gone.
Bro, the fake fart. You know, that's something that like I dread as I get older.
Oh, yes.
You know, like there's times
scary.
I remember like it happened the other morning where like I had this whole dream that like I was trying to learn how to surf. And I was like trying to get up on a surfboard and it felt so fucking real. And then I was just like laying on the sand and I'm like, all right, I got to go up for one more wave. And I was like trying to dust myself off. And I was like, you know, I got an itch. And I just go, it's like a nice little, you know, a Nike swoosh fart, you know, start low, end up high.
Good pitch.
And
okay.
You know,
I got it.
And
talent.
That happens.
I got to tell you, that's talent right there.
It happens. I wake up. I see Shannon kind of like turn over. I'm like, nah, I'm sorry. and like I farted myself awake. And I was like, oh, this is what it's like not to be young anymore.
Oh my God.
Like this is it. Yeah. Like I don't even want to tell my girlfriend like this is the heights.
This is it.
It is all downhill from here.
God.
Just like fart yourself out. I literally was like, sorry about that. And like pretended like, you know, it wasn't that bad. It was bad.
The sloppiest way. Yeah.
Get out of bed. She's like, bye. I'm like, I'm not saying good morning. I just fucking farted myself awake.
I can't talk to you until lunch.
Yeah. I'm gonna go pretend to mow the lawn. What the fuck out of here?
We're gonna pretend that you didn't just hear me do
Anyway,
this.
like I'm glad that you're here. We have so much to talk about. There's so much pop culture shit I want to run through, and so much shit I want to talk to you about our kids, especially what the fuck we're gonna do this summer. Like,
summer's shitty.
Hold that thought. We're gonna be right back with more Papa Don't Preach. Everybody, stick around. And we're back. We're back here with Papa Don't Preach. Philip Berman sitting in for Bennett Miller. All right. So, you guys, we are back, and there's been a lot that we need to catch up on. Season 5 is fucking stuttering. We are stuttering out of the gates. You know, this wild weather in LA and just how slow the industry is moving. It's very, very hard to grab a hold of anything. But anyway, speaking of the industry, I have a child. You have a child. We were both children at one point.
At one point, yep.
I remember what I grew up watching and what I grew up liking. And Quiet on Set, the Nickelodeon's documentary. You haven't watched it, correct?
No, I'm purposely not watching it. I kind of obviously, you know, when they started rolling out like The Drake and Josh, I didn't know any of the Drake and Josh stuff. That's
No.
why it seems like I thought that was Disney, but it doesn't matter. I guess what it is.
That's how bad
that
it
was
was. Is like I thought some of that shit was Disney too.
right. Like I thought, like I didn't really connect to that. But when they started talking about like all that Keenan and Kel, like that mode, that area,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, fuck, I don't know if I want to watch this because I loved all that. I loved Keenan and Kel.
Did you like Amanda Bynes?
I loved Amanda Bynes.
Don't watch it.
I know, right? But this is what I read. Like I saw this like TikTok thing, and it was like, yeah, this is why she's fucked up. And like she even says like they gave examples of like, well, I don't know, there was something like her in a hot tub with the EP, and like that fucking dude. And I'm like, oh, like now I feel like absolute shit.
Yeah.
That I enjoyed that back then, and I feel so bad for her.
I mean, I don't think you should feel bad because, like, I'm still listening to Remix of Ignition. That's it.
Oh,
That's it.
dude.
Just that one song. All right. I gave up.
Mhm.
I am a mountain.
It's the remix to Ignition.
Yeah,
Hot and fresh
I
out
still
the
listen to
kitchen.
Michael. There's things that you could separate, but like just being older, like I never watched the Amanda Bynes show. I never watched Drake and Josh. I never watched anything with Ariana Grande or any of that shit. But like, obviously, the way that they portray it, and just like all the sexual innuendo they pour into these, preteen shows.
Mhm.
I grew up where like all that was it for me. Like when it came to something that wasn't animated, it was all that. Like once it wasn't animated, it might as well have been at fucking Nick at Night. Like I
Right.
wasn't here for it.
Right.
Give me your Bobby's World, give me your Rugrats, your
Bobby's
Rocko's Modern
World.
Life, your Angry Beavers. I'm not
Yeah.
here for any of that other shit. But I'll tell, like I said this to I remember, like, Shannon watches those documentaries and she like feels so deeply,
Mhm.
and I just felt so bad because like I didn't give a shit, and I should have cared. I should have cared.
Yeah, you're in this industry, Obi. So yeah.
Yeah, I should have cared. I was just like, this kind of fucking, but it's just like, rinse and repeat. Like how many fucking stories are we gonna hear about kids in Hollywood who get fucking abused,
Mhm.
who get fucking taken advantage of?
Yeah.
And like you'll say, where are the parents? And this is the saddest part about that shit was like you watched a predator like separate a kid from his parents, from his friends,
Mhm.
dine and feast,
Yeah.
get in trouble, and the entire industry lock ranks and like close ranks and like lock arms and protect this motherfucker from
Right.
any justice. But
See, the innuendo jokes, the writing, okay? I think that I look at that with like a different microscope because even in today's Disney movies and everything else, there are jokes written, not as crass as they were back then, but there are jokes written for the adult entertainment side.
yeah,
Because the parents are taking the kids here. There's jokes in Finding Nemo, there's jokes in Frozen, all this other shit. And you look at these things, it's like, oh, that's written for the parents because the parents are in here. That was the
Whoa.
excuse side of the writing. When it went into this dark side, about kids getting abused, it's terrible. I think it's terrible. It breaks my heart to see that. It fucking sucks.
Well, it's more like, the balloon, trying to like blow a balloon up with shaving cream on it and then it bursting in their face. And all you see is a shot of white stuff hitting this girl's face. That's 14 playing that's like 16 playing a 13-year-old.
Yeah.
Or, a girl like oh, I wonder if I can drink this bottle upside down and pouring it all over her face and then just getting completely drenched, like while wearing like a little tank top. And you're like,
Yeah, that's fucked.
yeah, it's not the best stuff. Like holding up a girl turning around with 2 melons in her hand.
Is this what I'm watching right now?
They had Ariana Grande squeeze a potato.
Yeah, it says Ariana Grande trying to milk a potato and then with 2 hands trying to squeeze it. So like
And she was,
these clips, like these things, like
what is this? Is this on her show?
this was like were like the clips. It wasn't part of the show. This was like the clips that they had. So like they would
So-
have clips that they would put out that wasn't like part of the show.
Oh, I didn't know this.
And so like anyway,
Sorry.
a lot of
that's-
that shit is, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's
It's disgusting. But I wouldn't be surprised if another one came out about
I'm sure it will because fucking guys are idiots. Guys are fucking disgusting. It is what it is. I think that there's a weird pressure when you separate when the action of separating the child from the parent in acting, because at one point that child is now responsible for the salary of everybody on crew. So people like the EP or whoever it is loses focus on what is morally right and focused on everybody gets a paycheck. So they write fucked up things. The EP acts a certain way. They force the child to do these things. They, scream at them. You need to get in line. You need to fucking work. You need to put in your due or whatever, because everybody here fucking depends on you to deliver that line. There's a major, not disconnect, but that is a definite push that these EPs try to do. All right?
Yeah, I mean,
I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's their focus.
I'd be hard pressed to find EPs that give a shit about their entire crew. Honestly, it's a fucked up thing to say, but when you're pulling like 5K, 6K, maybe 7K a week, it's hard to like. I really want these guys to be working.
Well, not even the guy. Okay, I could probably expand on that, right?
No,
less on the crew, more about my paycheck.
I understand what you're saying, and it's luckily like right now there's, because of your Macaulay Culkins, because of your Britney Spears and your Drew Barrymores, there's been things put in place where like you have to have a certain account set up if you're a child actor. Like a certain amount of that paycheck needs to go there, and nobody can touch it but that kid when that kid comes of age.
Yes.
Like you can borrow against it, but you can't fucking touch it.
Yeah.
And there's you have to have an agent. Like there's a bunch of shit that has to go in for you to be a child actor now, which is good.
Yeah, the protections are in place.
They're great. But
back then it didn't exist. I mean, fucking what was the big thing with Power Rangers? The Power Rangers made like $5 or some crazy shit. Like,
yeah, they weren't doing much.
But like
they weren't doing like
the
this
Power
is the
Rangers
thing.
were a fucking movement.
Yeah, like that's what I get it. Like there's a lot of merchandising and they didn't make a lot of money, but I mean, as far as like, they weren't doing much. They were doing a lot of voiceover shit. Like a lot of that shit was just ripped from Japan. Was it Japan or was it? Yeah. Yeah, they just cut.
So you're saying that the Pink Ranger in the outfit wasn't the Pink Ranger in the outfit?
No.
Oh, no. God, I didn't know this.
No.
So they were just like dubbing over like what they were saying?
Yeah, what do you think all this shit was?
I thought that's what they were doing. They were fighting the pterodactyldon or whatever.
Dude, you saw the way Jason moved. There's no way like fucking Mr. T-Rex suddenly turned into like this skinny fucking Tai Chi master. That didn't fucking happen.
I thought they practiced Taekwondo, and I thought that was part of the thing.
That was the whole reason that they would recycle clips. Like the putty would come and they would punch and then kick, and the guy would do a backflip out from the camera and his chest would explode, and they'd all get in like their fucking Ginyu Force stance. And you're like, man, I wonder how many times they practiced this to do it over and over. It's just recycled footage.
You're ruining Power Rangers for me.
I'm sorry. And just so you know,
Mighty
they
Morphin.
all diddled Alpha.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
All right. So anyway, moving on.
Did you say they all diddled Alfred or Alfie or what was it?
Is it Alfie?
The head?
Right?
You're talking about
Alpha,
the head?
Alpha. No, Alpha. The head was Zordon.
Okay, who's Alpha?
You want to? Alpha 5 was like, hey guys, yeah, please don't hurt me.
I just remember when it was the Green Ranger or the White Ranger, or both. I don't even know, but one of them played the fucking flute.
I still remember the tune.
I was like, son of a bitch, that's cool.
So yeah, the Green Ranger had the flute and he was evil and he beat the shit out of the Rangers.
Was that Tommy?
That was Tommy. And I remember when he first showed up, I fucking hated the Green Ranger. But all the older kids who kind of understood like why they introduced the Green Ranger were like, he's badass, he's the best. I'm like, he's a bad guy. How can you like him? But like he would serve these motherfuckers. He just came through. Do you remember when he jumped into the fucking the Megatron? The fucking, what is it? What
the
was
dinosaur thing, right?
No, it was like the Megazord.
Yeah.
So the fucking dinosaur came through. He jumped out. He jumped into the Megazord, and you thought like, oh, the Megazord is gonna fuck up the Green Ranger. He jumped inside and just started kicking them all in the face. He fucked them all up, dude. Google that shit. Google Green Ranger.
He's got the dagger.
Fucks up
That's
entire
it's the dagger
Power
and the
Rangers
flute, right?
inside Megazord.
I don't know if I want to continue doing
what
that.
What ended up happening, I think this is what the transition before the Secret of the Ooze is, he found the of his ways that he was controlled by Rita and then ended up turning into the White Ranger and they gave him an axe.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And his axe, I thought his axe, I can remember when I first saw his axe. I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna play the saxophone. This is gonna be fucking cool. Like he had the flute. I'm like, oh my god,
gonna be a
that's
jazz
the
band.
fucking clip. Look at this dude. Like, all right. So if you're those of you at home right now, the Green Ranger looked up into the Megazord. He jumps in and goes into what seems to be a tiny little latch in the head, opens the door, and just starts beating the shit out of all the Rangers inside the fucking Megazord.
Oh my God.
Like kicking the shit out of him. Like the first thing he does when he walks in there is kick the Yellow Ranger in the fucking face. I'm telling you, that's a woman. That is a lady. The guy's
Yellow
got
Ranger,
no
or-
class.
I mean, the Yellow Ranger's definitely a lady.
Yeah, the Yellow Ranger's a lady. He opens in the door, and the leader's like, "Hey, what's going on?" He's like, "Sup, little lady? Kapow!"
So that pause right there, where everybody turns around, all I want to hear is like the comic zap, kapow, bling, boom. Gee Willikers,
Dude,
Batman.
it's funny because like it'll cut to the Zord. It's just like meh, meh,
Yeah.
shutting down. But yeah, he just beat the shit out of all of them. Let him have it. Like yeah, look at that.
Oh God, oh God, oh God. No, yeah.
Yeah. Just throws him right out of the fucking Zord. Anyway, yeah, that shit was
times.
just dubbed.
Good times.
A lot of it was dubbed, my friend.
I didn't know that. I mean, I didn't know any of this. I knew the drama that this guy got into later on in life.
Yeah, the Green Ranger had and that's that they should do a story. That's a documentary I would watch.
Should.
Like
a 30 for 30, but not a 30 for 30.
like a 25 to 25.
like a Power Ranger, whatever. the fuck it is.
10
Okay.
for 10.
Moving on. Moving on.
A 10 for 10. Speaking of 97, X-Men 97 just dropped.
So,
So have you been watching any cartoons with your kids like that you're super excited to watch?
well, I mean, we go through the Star Wars ones pretty regularly, like Rebels and Clone Wars and all those stuff.
Ugh.
What do you mean?
I'm trying to get Ozo into it. I just finished because like Bad Batch is coming
Oh,
on.
fuck yeah. The Bad
So
Batch is
I
great
just
right
watched
now.
I just watched Clone Wars to get into the Bad Batch.
Right.
And like you guys came over for this pod
Right.
when they gave Order 66. That's where I am in now. And I was like traumatized.
So that's the first episode of Bad Batch then.
Well, this is the last episode of the Clone Wars saga.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah.
So have you seen Rebels yet?
yeah,
Get the fuck out of here.
I like it.
Yes,
But
that's the only
I
answer.
like it, but I don't like it. I like it, but I don't like
what?
it.
You know what? Just fucking stop.
I
No.
like it. I like it. I just don't think it's as good as Clone Wars. And there's like a lot of bullshit in there. I'm like,
There's less bullshit in Rebels than there is in Clone Wars. And one of the better things about
Yes.
Rebels is how everything's intertwined, how Bad Batch is intertwined with Rebels, and like Kanan Jarrus is like, you find out his story, and then you see Bad Batch is actually chasing Kanan in the first fucking episode of Bad Batch. You're like, holy shit. And then you're getting this, who the hell is Omega? And oh my God, I am 6 to midnight on this shit, dude.
yeah.
I mean,
Yuck.
oh,
Yuck. You disgust me.
no, I,
no. I know.
Go- going into 97, if you want to go into this.
I like Rebels. I'm just like I have to force it. That's what it is. I have to force it. I'm a big animation dude, and sometimes they like when you fucking like dumb down animation just to kind of fit a certain demographic, you're taking away from the story. And even though the story's good, sometimes like you need a little something. Like you want to be brought into a different world.
Right.
Like the world building they did in some other animations are just amazing. Like you're just like, holy shit, look at this fucking thing.
Right.
Somebody fucking generated this. Somebody drew this. Somebody imagined this.
Right. Filoni. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Big
I'll say
Fafoni is what I call him. No, I'm
The-
joking.
the storylines on all 3 of them, Clone Wars, Rebels, and Bad Batch, I've been impressed with. I think that
Bad Batch is dope.
Filoni's got kind of a great thing going. I am concerned because
The
for
Acolyte.
it's going to be nuts. Have you seen the preview to this?
Yeah, I that's the thing is like, I know it's not going to hold up. I know it's not going to hold up.
Oh my God, dude.
I know it's not.
Dude,
Like,
it's-
do you remember how they advertised Mandalorian?
Yeah.
And it just came up to this like,
You didn't like The Mandalorian?
I liked season 1 of The Mandalorian. I mean, Luke's part was pretty dope too. Like, but that's
Yeah.
nostalgia. That's cheating.
No, but okay, so like when Clone Wars,
Yes.
you meet Cad Bane in Clone Wars.
Yes.
Okay, you meet Cad Bane again in Rebels. I think I don't know. Maybe you do,
He's in Rebels.
but you also see him in like I think it's the Book of 3 of Boba. Like you see the live action of him. Mandalorian. I don't think he's in the top of the Mandalorian.
Yeah, but like
side,
you understand how bad Boba was. The Boba,
Boba.
Fett.
Okay,
Like you
What-
understand how bad that
what was really funny about Boba,
Let me hear
about
what's
Boba,
funny.
was that how they explained how he got out of the Sarlacc pit. Sarlacc pit. Okay.
He rolled out. It's like his alarm went off.
Well, what's really funny is if you watch this episode of Parks and Rec, okay, there's a scene where Patton Oswalt is trying to filibuster, and like Leslie Knope is on there, and she's like,
Yes.
oh, whatever. He goes, and part of his filibuster is talking about fan fiction about Boba coming out of the Sarlacc pit.
Yes.
It is word for word fucking Book of Boba right there. And I'm like, son of a bitch, this is one of the funniest things I've ever seen right here. And I'm watching it and I'm like, where have I seen this? And I had to find the Parks and Rec episode where she's doing this. And I'm like, son of a bitch. And he goes, we cut to Tatooine and it's an empty thing and the Sarlacc pits are there. And up comes the bounty hunter's hand. He pops his hand out of the Sarlacc mouth and he pulls himself up. And I'm like, son of a bitch, Patton Oswalt got it. Fucking got it. How many years ago was that? Good for him. Good for him. No, it's I love when the stories cross up, when you see characters from before, when explain certain histories.
Dude, they're just fucking up right now.
The Acolyte one is supposed to take you to the High Republic and the first Sith.
Nerd.
Or the dark energies or dark whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first, like
The Sith.
where the dark powers.
It's supposed to be where the Sith, I believe it's supposed to be where the Sith come from. This shit right here.
Yeah, I know. Like they have a whole like each one has talked about where
Mhm.
the Sith come from. So like we know where the
Yeah.
fucking Sith come from. I think it was Darth Bane. Darth Bane is
Yeah.
he was the one that created
Mhm.
the rule of two.
The rule of two, yeah,
the rule
because of the war.
Yeah.
So I thought we would see. So before Acolyte got announced or whatever, I thought the next series or movie, whatever, was supposed to be fucking A, right?
Yeah.
I thought the next series was supposed to be the Sith and Jedi Wars. I thought it was supposed to be that because you see that in Rebels
Yes.
or the whatever the aftermath.
Well, like I think everybody should just like they should just have a little forum where everybody
Mhm.
gets to come up with their like fan fiction story
Right.
and see if they can pitch it. Because I have
Whoever
one.
gets the most thumbs gets a fucking pitch.
I have one.
Hmm.
It's called first of all, it's called the House of Windu. All right. It's called the House of Windu.
Ooh, okay.
And basically, it's a story. It's 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
It's a story of Mace Windu going into hiding. Like he's missing half his eye. He's missing a little
After
bit
he
of
gets
arm.
tossed out of the
Yeah,
window,
after
right?
like he's
Okay.
all fucked up. So him going into hiding, and then him, obviously falling in love, raising a kid that's force sensitive,
Right.
turning the and like he has like a couple kids,
Mhm.
and then he turns them basically into this like force for hire,
Mhm.
where like he's kind of like the man and he's like the man in the couch. He's like just talking to these guys, telling them how to work, how to do like all this shit until they meet another lost soul who happens to be a Jedi as well. And this one is somebody who is supposed to have died, but Shakti.
Right.
So like Shakti is supposed to die in Order 66,
Mm-hmm.
but she also has an apprentice.
Mhm.
So we follow that apprentice. And the whole idea, season 2, is, Sam Jackson as old Mace Windu
Right.
with his kids. He loses one. He finds all this disturbance in the Force bullshit, tries to like come back and then like, trying to bring his teachings back.
So, what I would have loved
The House of
for the
Windu.
House of Windu, what I
Yes.
would have loved for Mace Windu, okay?
Yes.
All of that. But you saw Kenobi, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So there's
And that pissed me off too. Like they made him
What the
soft as fuck.
fuck?
They made Kenobi soft. I liked it. I liked it at the end, and like I'm glad on the last episode he's like, yeah, but come on.
I
man.
thought of everything that's come out, Kenobi was the best because it showed what Vader is supposed to be
a
and why
monster,
everybody fears him.
a
okay?
monster.
What I don't like is you can call it continuity of Kenobi and Leia and R2 and everybody else. Like R2 and C-3PO have been there since fucking day one.
Yes.
And when they finally see Obi-Wan Kenobi again in New Hope, in the first one, they don't even know who he is. Okay, he doesn't
Yeah.
know who they are. It's like we have a
It's a-
history here.
It's a whole
and
thing.
It's not there.
It's a whole thing.
But we see that again in Kenobi, where Leia's with Kenobi, and they separate and like her first introduction to him is you fought with my dad in the Clone Wars or whatever the fuck.
But like
it
that's
is.
the
Like,
whole thing is she's not supposed to know any of that shit.
exactly. So she shouldn't have been part of this fucking storyline.
But I'm telling you that there was more like there was so much wrong with Kenobi, and they have so much source material. It's like
That's the route. So you're mad about the route they went. You're not mad about the character development that happened, right?
no. I mean, like character, do whatever you want. Doesn't matter. It's not canon. It just seems dumb. Like
So where I was going with this was part of what he's done is this underground Jedi trail kind of thing.
yes,
And it kind of reminds me.
underground.
It kind of reminds me of like if Rosa Parks would have done this back in the day, or not back in the day, but like on Tatooine or
Oh,
wherever.
the underground speedster.
Right. So my connection with it was everything you said for the House of Windu, but Mace Windu or his family, whoever created that.
Oh, created.
Like,
So you want
that
the
would've
black
been
guy
the-
to create an
that-
underground railroad? You fucking jackass.
For those keeping score, this is March, not February. So apparently I have to wait till next February to pitch this idea. So
yeah,
it is what it is.
Yeah, it's
but-
Women's Month.
yeah, okay. So what? Mace Windu's wife pitches this idea? That's
Oh,
ridiculous.
snap.
We know that's not happening.
Hey, post that clip.
Yeah, Jedi's can't fall in love. Well, he's no longer a Jedi, man. He's done. He's like, he's.
Yeah,
what,
like
what world do you think Mace Windu's hiding on? He's not on Coruscant, right?
no, he's not on Coruscant. Like he would probably be based on. I think he would be on Naboo.
Okay.
He would be on Naboo. Like it would
Okay.
make sense. Like the whole part of the Clone Wars towards the end was him growing closer with the Gungans, growing closer with Naboo, and he didn't talk. Nobody like. He was always supposed to have this like dark past. We didn't know how he ended up being there.
Well, isn't
and-
that why he has a purple lightsaber? Like that's the reason why it's because like it's blue and red, kind of thing. I mean, that's a stretch, but they're saying the color on it. I know other people say like, oh, green means this, blue means this, whatever the fuck. But like the idea is like his is purple, nobody else is purple, and there's a reason why it's the dark side.
yeah, it's because
Or something like that.
because Sam Jackson's like,
I
yo,
want a
my shit's
purple
gonna be
lightsaber.
purple,
Yo, I
or
want
I'm
a
not
purple
doing this
lightsaber.
shit.
I want lavender. I want lavender.
I want lavender.
Yeah. What does it say? Purple lightsaber special meaning, right?
Yeah.
See, there it is.
Embodying a fusion of light and dark, independent thinking, balance.
There you go. There you go. Light and dark, independent thinking, whatever.
He gets rowdy.
Anyway,
I
so
got you.
X-Men 97. X-Men 97.
So you didn't watch it, right?
I'm not watching shit.
So
I'm not watching shit. I'm letting
I'm-
the season finish so I can binge it.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna give anything away. Because
Okay.
the storyline I don't need to give away.
I know that Rogue's got no cake anymore. That's all I know.
That was a misnomer. Rogue never had cake. I went back and looked. She never had ass.
Yeah,
No, but Jean Grey is fucking fire. Anyway, so nostalgia, the music you're going to love.
Okay.
I was wildly disappointed in the first 15 minutes. The animation just wasn't a fan. is what it
Yeah, I
is.
saw the animation. Looks
Throughout
garbage.
the whole show itself, I did feel like I was watching Saturday night cartoon or Saturday morning cartoons. I had that feeling. Sorry, I fucking ate that. Saturday. I felt like I was watching Saturday morning cartoons, right? So yes, the idea of having a big bowl of Fruit Loops and sitting here just knocking out this cartoon and enjoying it, that moment definitely happened, but it didn't really happen until the end of the show. I think it's going to take. It's going to be an acquired taste because of the animation. I think our generation is going to enjoy it more than the generation that's today. All right. It took me a minute because I thought it was actually reruns from back then. It's
Okay.
not. They're actually brand new. It's like, it's just drawn in that way. Right,
Yeah.
Blaine? I said that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's it's weird. They draw they
So there's more frames per second.
they draw it in this like so DC has been doing their new DC Comics have been doing their new animation in this like weird retro style,
Mhm.
and I fucking hate it. I absolutely hate it. Like the only people that have been killing it, and I'm hoping that the new animated Avatar that's coming out next year, the one about them as adults, team Avatar as adults. I'm hoping that they stick with that animation because like that fight style, that animation, it's so smooth, it's so clean, and talk about world building, man. When they fucking pan out on a city, you're like, holy shit, I want to go there. I want that to exist.
Yeah.
You know,
If a show is animated poorly, you lose me.
that is
Now,
true.
What it took me a minute to get into Clone Wars because I fucking hated the
Same
animation
here.
on it.
Like that's why it took everybody. That's why it got canceled.
Yeah, but my buddy was like, "No, you got to stick with it because of the story." I was like, "Fine." So
Yeah.
for a while, like I'd say the first time I probably watched it, most of it, I just had it on in the background and I was working and I was just listening to it. And so I thought the animation on that was just shit. When Spider-Man, those ones came out, it took me a minute to get into that, but I was like,
Wait,
okay,
Into the Universe?
yeah,
You dumb.
you liked it right away.
Right away.
No, I was sitting
Right
there looking I
away.
remember watching it in theaters and I was like, I don't know about this.
Yeah, the reason I liked it is because it's like it's not really like a parody of itself, but you know that it looks like this whole hand drawn thing. It's not trying to be hand drawn but computer generated. It's
Right.
like
It's supposed to be like from the comic book.
yes,
It
and
looks,
that's
so when you take it at that level, it's awesome. It did take a minute for it to grow on me. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
What I love about an animated action like this, whether it's Spider-Man or Star Wars, is you can do more. There's more you can build in a story.
yeah.
Because I can't pay Tom Holland enough to do blah 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 blah, or I can't shoot a production as much as blah blah blah. 'cause
Yeah,
there's so
yeah.
much
You
behind
get
it.
you definitely
There's
get
too much
more.
CGI. But if I'm drawing it, your world is endless, and so
Yeah.
I really appreciate it and I like that. But for X-Men '97, it took me a minute to get into it, and I'm still not 100% into it. But the story for X-Men '97 is going to be dope. The music, though, fire.
Okay.
Like I immediately was transported back to. I was immediately transported back to an arcade. Like it was
Nice.
like I'm at Pizza Hut and my fucking single serving is coming, or whatever the fucking Indo pizzas are coming back, and I've got a book to read, and it is like Goose. Remember that?
Yeah.
You went to Pizza Hut and you changed in your book.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Fucking
so-
dork.
Yeah. Anyway, that's how I got my pizza, man.
Dude, you
Right?
remember the Bigfoot pizza?
Yes, I remember the Bigfoot pizza.
Man, me and Blaine were talking about it earlier, man. They used to go in on food. Like the Bigfoot pizza.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Do you remember Dino Size when
Fuck
Jurassic
yeah.
Park came out?
Oh yeah. Oh
So
yeah.
I was telling Blaine about this shit. A lot of people don't remember this, and I remember drinking this thing, like, because I was like, "There's no way they're selling this." I remember, but it was like '99, 2000. Like I was in 8th grade. I remember I was at AU Wright, and like I got the Dinosaurs cup,
Mm.
and so they came. Disney came out with this dinosaurs movie,
Mhm.
and they had the Dinosaurs cup. Dude, this thing was like, it was so It was a bucket. It was like in, like you said, Parks and Rec,
Yeah.
child size because
Yeah.
a child could
Because
fit
the
in.
child could fit in it. Yeah, that's hilarious.
But I remember like holding this thing, and I took a Mr. Pibb extra to the house, and like
I'd be
I remember
vibrating for a
getting
week
home.
on that
Look at
shit.
the size
Yeah,
of this
look at the
fucking
size of
thing.
this cup, dude.
Look at the size. That's
Does it
it.
say how many ounces that is?
That is it. It is fuck. Dude, that thing is fucking crazy. Dude, like this cup was so fucking big.
These were Yetis before Yetis.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh,
This,
dude.
no, that's what I miss the most about that era. I miss the most
The
about
food,
like
the endless food.
endless food, obviously. No, but like when you could walk into a Pizza Hut and it was a Pizza Hut. It's not this Pizza Hut Express or a Domino's. Like
Yeah.
they were actual sit down places. So the nostalgia of that, like we're talking what, the fucking stained glass lamps, the
Dude, yeah,
chrome, the
it's-
brass.
It doesn't.
handles.
It's not comfortable to
No.
eat at any chain
No.
anymore. Like it's
They're
just
not designed to be comfortable. They're designed for you to sit in there, eat as quick as you can to leave so somebody else can sit down and eat.
yeah.
That's why you have no padding on benches anymore. That's why the tables are too close to your fat stomach so you're uncomfortable. It's not a lounging place. I mean,
Yeah.
I
The
feel-
pay places, those are done.
yeah.
Play place, like so Oza saw Play Place for the first time. He's like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "Let me tell you, son.
Uh-huh.
Back in the day, a long time ago, before these buildings, this was all Orange Grove, and there was this magical place called the Play Place, and people used to have birthdays there. Used to sit on a tray, these little plastic trays, and slide down the slide
Yep.
super fast.
Uh-huh.
You used to take your sweatshirt and you'd wrap it around your elbows, so when you're crawling through, you
didn't
could
get the
beat
burns,
you didn't get
yeah.
all the burns.
Mhm.
It's like you never wear sweats in there because the static's gonna get you.
Yeah.
The static is gonna get you.
No, it's I miss those times because it was just a more fun place to take your kid and just do that stuff, and
Yeah,
you could
it
spend
was-
days there. It was a great
dude.
time.
Like they're
Chick-fil-A still has play places. I know.
yeah.
Too bad they hate the Jews.
Oh,
Sorry.
they hate the Jews too.
Yeah.
dude, like, yo,
They
Chick-fil-A,
really know their way around a nugget, let me tell you.
dude,
Fucking A,
Chick-fil-A
let me
is
tell
running
you.
out of people to hate.
Fucking A, man.
Next thing they're gonna be like, yo, we do not acknowledge Black History Month.
They're probably going to cancel this show because I just said that. Sorry, guys.
Dude, I thought I just thought they hate the gays and like anything
No, that's more Hobby
LGBTQ
Lobby.
plus.
That's more Hobby Lobby.
No, like Chick-fil-A is all about like, yo, we're not open on Sundays. We don't approve of gay marriage, and like they took like a press ad to be like, yo, we're donating a lot of money
yeah.
to anti-gay legislation.
So, I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I drive through the drive-through that I'm at close to the house, and the guy that takes my order is very flamboyant. So, I mean, I don't know if maybe they just don't know.
I mean, it
Maybe
doesn't. I mean, that
don't
doesn't
say nothing,
matter.
don't hear nothing. I don't know what the saying is. At
I mean, that doesn't
Chick-fil-A,
matter.
but,
Like, I remember,
I mean,
I applied for a job at NRA TV. Like, it was a crazy rate, and I was like, okay. Like, I'm sure if you're gay, as long as the check clears, you know, fucking, you know, like,
Oh my
what
God.
is one guy gonna do? You know.
Yeah.
But like honestly, I don't see the hype in Chick-fil-A. I do not see the hype in Chick-fil-A.
Dude, the nuggets,
Except
and the
for
sauce,
like
man.
the chicken littles in the morning with the little honey biscuits with
So
the
I'm
little
not a sweet fan for breakfast. Like I like pancakes with syrup, that's fine, but I don't mix chicken and sweet.
like you don't do chicken and waffles.
No, I will eat chicken and I will eat waffles, but they will not party together.
But I'm saying you have never had chicken and
I've
waffles.
been to Roscoe's. Yeah, I've had
I'm not
chicken and
asking if you've
waffles.
been.
I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase
I've been to
the answer.
Roscoe's, like,
Let me rephrase
fucking
the
guy.
answer, sir. Yes, I have
Did you
had.
sir me?
I have consumed a chicken and waffle.
Did
at
you
the same
sir me
time.
just now?
I served you with 8
I
S's.
swear to God,
Sir. Sir.
Yo, when people give you a sir, I swear to God, we were just talking about this, and it fucking pisses me off so much. That woman from Avis, I was on the phone at Avis. They called me like, "Hey, sir," I'm like, you know, goddamn well, I'm no sir. Like, don't give me your bullshit. Sir,
Sir, you need to calm down. I am fucking calm.
until you called me sir.
Well, everything was fine until you dropped an 8-letter fucking word that should be 3 letters.
Yes, sir. Excuse me. Excuse
So
me.
you really don't like Chick-fil-A nuggets?
I don't see what the hype is.
I mean, like, let's go fast food nuggets right now. I know we're a little off topic
Fast
right now.
food nuggets.
But fast food nuggets right now, if you were to rank your top 5.
I would say top 5 would be.
Are there even 5 fast food places that serve nuggets? Yeah, 5.
All right, here. How about this? Can I get a second to think about it?
Yeah, get a second to think about it.
All right.
We'll hit this after the
All
break.
right, we'll come back after the break, and I'll have my top 5 nuggets for you.
There you go.
And we're back. We're back.
We're back.
We're back, sir.
Most underrated dinosaur cartoon movie from the times.
We're back. Yeah. Yeah, that shit. They had like some real banger songs in that one. Roll back the clock. Roll back the clock.
Roll back the clock.
Dance with me and dance
with
with
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
top 5.
Top 5.
Top
Yeah, we were
5
talking about
nuggets.
top 5 nuggets. This is hard for me because I'm not a nugget guy. I'm not a nugget guy. Like I don't think that chicken should be ground down into powder and turned into a jelly and then into meat again.
Appetizing. Don't mind if I do.
I'm not one to do it. Like
Mhm. But I mean, you've had a nugget in your life. You know, you might not be a fan, but you could definitely rank who has a better type of nugget. And I think the rule is chicken nugget. Okay, I know McDonald's came out with the McNugget, and everybody else saw it, and they're like, "Well, let's everybody thinks it's chicken, but let's try to do it with actual chicken."
that's the game.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they were the first, but they're also not the first to put chicken.
No, it's definitely you got a tendon
All right, so yeah, McDonald's does not make my list.
and a bouillon cube. I just
Yeah, it's a
realized that. There you go. It was a tendon and a bouillon cube.
One tendon
Yep.
and a bouillon
chicken.
cube. Oh, you cut that shit with some ice. Okay. So I would say, I'd say number 5 for me is Carl's.
Okay.
Carl's, because
Okay.
the Star Nuggets,
Mhm.
the Star Nuggets. Now, here's the question: This is what really tripped me out.
Mm.
This is why this is a bad topic.
Okay.
Is because if you remember in like the 2000s, like the mid 2000s, like 2003, 2004, all these places that had nuggets started coming out with chicken tenders.
Yep. There you
So
go.
you're like, oh,
Strips and
real
tenders.
like,
Strips and tenders.
and they started dissing nuggets,
Mm-hmm.
but they also sold nuggets.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Because their marketing was, what? There's no nuggets on a chicken. That was their whole thing.
Yeah, there's no
This chicken
nuggets on
has
it.
no nuggets. you
yeah,
know?
so you like, you would get
What?
chicken strips.
Yeah.
And like all white meat, like this is what chicken's supposed to look like. And I'm like, yeah. But what have you been feeding me for the last fucking 15 years?
Yeah. What? What do you mean they're not stars? What?
Yeah, like, I'm like, what do you mean? The star chicken poops out these star nuggets and they're delicious.
Oh yeah, it made sense for the last 30 years. What the fuck?
Sailor Moon eats these.
Yeah, and she was thankful.
So yeah, this like I don't know like if I actually like nuggets or I like some places that have good tenders.
Mm-hmm.
Like who for you? Like what's your five? Number five.
So it's tough. This is gonna come off weird. all
Okay.
right? I had tenders. So okay, we'll use Carl's Jr. as an example.
Yes.
Chicken tenders, fire. They put pepper, seasoning, great, blah blah, whatever. Chicken stars, same shit. Probably couldn't tell a difference. It's fine.
okay.
But I had Popeyes.
I was
okay?
gonna say Popeyes. Like I don't know if that goes in the same league as the
So-
rest of these motherfuckers.
I don't know if this was just the Popeyes that I went to. Okay.
This is.
But-
I love seeing a white guy's first Popeyes experience.
This Popeyes, dude, I remember where it was because I was working at one of the studios in North Hollywood there, and it was off Chandler and some shit.
Mhm.
And I had this, and I bit into it, and I was so turned off by the texture of the chicken because it pulled apart like string cheese. And I was like, wait,
Oof.
is this what chicken's supposed to look like? And I questioned everything that I had eaten before. I was like, wait a minute, like, I know a nugget ain't a nugget. I get it. Chickens don't have nuggets.
Bro,
But
strips
like
are
strips?
Yeah.
But how did they become that? Because I
Have-
I was grossed out. I was
have
like,
you
do
ever-
they take chicken and just, and then they,
Have you ever eaten a chicken? Have you ever like made pulled chicken?
yeah, I take a
home?
fork and I,
So that it comes like
Right.
once you bake it, it comes right off like
but
string
because
cheese.
they were in the line, the fucking, I'm going to do the thing on camera,
yeah.
fucking thing. But it looked like string cheese to me. And I was like, oh no, I can't eat this shit. Give me the nuggets.
Yeah, there was I forgot what it was. There was like chicken. It was like the chicken bits from Popeyes. What was it called? Chicken bits. There was
Like
like some-
popcorn chicken?
No, it wasn't like I wish they called it popcorn chicken, but it was something like it was like the chicken bits or chicken. It was something.
Mm-hmm.
It was something gross from Popeyes. It was called like chicken bits, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it was just like little strings of chicken
Of fried
in,
chicken?
in a box.
Ugh.
What were those things fucking called? Like chicken bits,
Chicken bites, bits, pieces, names?
I don't know what it was called. It's gonna come to us first.
It ain't even on the menu. They just gave you fucking shit.
They're
and
like
they don't it.
gizzards. Here's some chicken gizzards for you. But yeah, I don't think I honestly like even Jack in the Box. They got the strips and they got like some fucking foul ass nuggets.
Yeah, that's true.
Like the nugget game is not something that I fuck with when it comes to fast food. Like
So, Chick-fil-A, even though, we don't really see eye to eye on certain topics right now.
yes,
I can get down on a chicken nugget. I
just saw our producer look at his hand like he discovered it for the first time. I'm not sure if he's on shrooms or anything, but it was a crazy thing to witness out of the corner of my eye. Is watching a grown man look at his hand and go, "Oh, that was wild."
What's funny is watching him type because he's not a good
like,
typer.
He's not
like
a good
this.
typer
He's
at
like
all. He's not a good typer.
God forbid he has to type and then hit the space bar. He's like, fuck.
I'm a bad typer, and I can spot a bad typer. Like you're in
Oh,
good
man.
company, bro. Like,
Yeah.
okay, all right. He looked at his hand again.
Yeah, your hand has been your hand the whole time.
Yeah, it's
right?
always been your
It's
hand.
your hand, dude. You're good.
This is what
It's all
happens.
Good, Blaine.
This is
You
what
need to tighten
happens.
up a little bit over there.
So he's so okay. Like, get a mic. I don't know. He discovered his hand. He starts talking to us like,
but like, does yours have the wrinkles too? Because I got the wrinkles here, man. Which is the life one?
it doesn't make sense, man. Like,
I swear to God, I'm supposed
if
to be
you
rich.
hear it
Look at
and I
this.
don't, like, does that mean that you're real or does it mean that I'm fake?
Hey, what, Did anybody hear that tree?
Yo, do you remember when like that was a really popular thing to make fun of like the surfer dude voice?
Yeah. And that
What
was
happened?
like, that's how they made fun of California.
Yeah,
Which is really
yeah.
funny.
Dude, I hate when this comes up on this podcast because it literally is the best skit
Yeah.
on the planet. Is the Californians
SNL
with
one?
SNL?
Oh, God.
It is the best skit in SNL
I didn't realize
history.
we did that. I didn't
Huh?
realize it was take the 405 to the 101, get off at Mullen, and hang out at the Starbucks. Now, we don't talk like that,
Yeah.
but we all say the 405, the 101.
Yeah, it's
And
a,
everywhere else, they're like, no, you just take 405 to 101.
it's
I'm
like yo, take
no, you take
I-10,
the.
yeah, I-10, 405. And it's funny. It's funny when somebody's like, "Oh yeah, I was running down the I-10." I'm like, "Excuse me, sir, 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 it's the 10."
Yeah. No, but we're the only people that do it, I guess, because
yeah.
like,
because,
and then they throw it back at us, and they're like, "Well, you don't say the Topanga Boulevard." I'm like, "No, you don't say the Topanga Boulevard.
Yeah,
you
you
say,
say-
get off at Topanga."
yeah, you don't say the Topanga Valley, you say the 27.
Now
idiot.
I'm I'm also not the expert to go on this because apparently I can't pronounce certain words and I don't know the grammar on things.
yeah,
the grammatiker,
the gram box,
the grammatiker on things. So I don't really need to be that type of person
Yeah.
right now. But no, it's interesting that we fuck things up. But yeah, the SNL skit is definitely one of the best ones.
dude. I can't tell you how many times like people from out of town will come here and they'll be like, yeah, I'm going down the Rosa Parks Freeway. I'm like, what the fuck are you
What is
talking
the
about?
Rosa Parks Freeway?
That's I-10, the 10.
The 10 is the Rosa Parks Freeway?
Yeah. Do you know which one the Ronald Reagan Freeway is?
118, yeah? Or the
Is that
23?
I think
There's a library at the 118 and the 23. That's
yeah,
Ronald Reagan Library.
Ronald Reagan Freeway. Wait, what Ronald
Blaine,
Reagan?
what's the, yeah.
Ronald Reagan Freeway is the 210.
I don't think it's a 210.
Maybe you
I think
stop
it's a
looking at
118.
Popeye's fucking deep fried mutant hands here.
Yeah.
And
Rippin' chicken. That was it.
ripping chicken.
The ripping
See,
chicken.
but that's the thing. It's
yeah.
like I don't.
It was-
that's
it
fucking
was
weird
gross.
to me.
Why I
The rip.
That's
the
why he did
rippin',
this.
The
That's why
rippin'
Blaine
chicken.
whipped his hand. That's what it was.
Yo, I should remember the rippin' chicken because I remember eating the rippin' chicken and what happened to my booty hole
Oh,
after the
God.
rippin' chicken.
Rip the
And
booty
there's
hole
a,
there.
dude, I'll tell you, there's a reason they call it rippin' chicken. And yeah, the Ronald Reagan Freeway, I think is the 118.
Yeah, 'cause-
what's I-405? The 405,
San Diego, yeah.
the San Diego Freeway.
The San Diego Freeway.
But there's another name for it, isn't it? I thought it was like another
Fucking
famous guy like Ronald Reagan.
traffic mecca of the world.
Did they give Obama a freeway? Give him the 2.
The Hollywood Freeway, the one, the San Diego, the Hollywood Freeway is the 101, yeah.
Yeah.
San Diego Freeway became the 405.
The
Yeah.
Pasadena Freeway is the 210.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
That-
5 is the Santa Ana Freeway.
The Santa Ana Freeway. Yo, hey, you ever been on the 710?
The Long Beach?
Yeah,
The Long
that
Beach
shit,
Freeway?
yeah, fucking.
Yeah, Long Beach
You,
Freeway.
you make a left to Long Beach, make a
Yeah.
right to San Pedro.
How many of this shit do I know? Like the 60s, the Pomona Freeway.
Yeah, 60,
The
the
s-
60.
The 710,
What about the 610? No, the 6, was it the 610?
the 605?
It's the 605. Yeah, that's the one right past the 710.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What is the
yeah.
605?
That's why I looked
The Anaheim or the Fullerton?
This is
Fullerton
why.
Freeway?
This is why he looked at his hand because the ripping chicken looks like a hand.
Dude.
Like Blaine thinks he has 7 fingers on one
But
hand.
we
Apparently,
fucking- like,
he
what
had to
year-
count his
What
hand
year did
over
that come
again.
out, Blaine? What year did the Rippin' Chicken
Ripping
come out?
chicken. I think that was like
What
I
year
would
did
say that's a
everybody get the heart attacks?
2007, 2008.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
So I
Rip-
am such a sucker for marketing that if it comes out with a cool name, I got to buy it. So like the Rippin' Chicken.
Shannon's the
like,
same way.
Subway came out with a Kickin' Chicken Barbecue Blast. And it was just a barbecue chicken sandwich. But I got it always because I just wanted to say, let me get the Kickin' Chicken Barbecue Blast.
Yo, they fucking stole my sandwich. I used to have the the Obi sandwich, was I called the ultimate meatball sandwich. It was pepperoni, salami,
Okay.
onions, and a meatball. But like they'd have to hold the meatball against the wall so it's not all saucy, and they put that in with mozzarella on top, toast, and then you just drip a little bit on it with sweet onion, and they started selling this actual sandwich, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who stole?
You know you're old when you just listed those ingredients and all I thought was, I'm going to have to take Tums. Because that would give me the worst motherfucking heartburn. Just looking at that, I'm like, oh no, that sounds good. My mouth is salivating. and everything. I'm like, yeah, I could do a meatball with onions and a little bit of sweet. Yeah, okay. Like, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
Nah.
till your booty hole says
Oh.
bye bye.
So what do they call that sandwich?
What was it? It was the super Sicilian pepperoni or some shit.
But it was the Obi way before.
It was the OB back. Like it was the OB when I was in high school. I don't know if you remember, like, back at our high school, right there at El Camino Shopping Center, there was that Taco Bell and there was that Subway.
Yeah.
And it used to be a Pavilions, but now it's a Gelson's. They got fancy. They got a Gelson's over there.
That's when you know you made it in your neighborhood. You got a
yeah.
Gelson's.
Once you get a Gelson's, moving
you
on
set.
up.
Yeah.
Like I would look at people that were across the boulevard. When you pass Valley, you south of Valley Circle, you ain't shit. You north of Valley Circle, you coming up.
You're in the hood. Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah.
So when they put on the exact south side of Valley Circle, motherfucking Gelson's.
Yeah, that's off Platte then?
No, that's the one right off Valley Circle and like Parkway, Calabasas.
Oh, that's
Like, right-
way. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So right there,
So-
there's a Gelson's right there now at
Oh,
the
okay,
Elko
cool.
Shopping Center. It's
Okay.
still next to a McDonald's.
I was gonna say the McDonald's still there.
Yeah, the McDonald's
And
still
that
there.
used to be like an islands over there in the corner, but now it's like a crab shack. Or
Yeah,
something?
yeah. It used to be
Yeah.
an islands, and now it's like the crab house.
Yeah, Amber threw up in that bush.
Oh.
We did a little sagebrush cantina brunch over there. You know how we do, and then we
I'm
stumbled
picturing her roll her eyes at you right
Yeah.
now.
in this moment.
Yeah, right
The problem
now.
is that in real time, I'm probably sitting next to her listening to this, and it's gonna be an eye roll and then something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, we'll see. We'll see.
Oh.
I'm just gonna start rubbing right here because I know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, just get a little shine on there, a little Vaseline, give her a
Yeah.
slip.
God.
So yeah, anyway, not to digress, I don't think this is worth a top 5. I don't think that top 5 nugget exists. I think nuggets are trash. I think nuggets are the worst form of chicken that you could possibly put in your mouth is a nugget.
It's tough to say like what a chicken dish would classify if you put like a top 5 for top 5 chicken dishes. You know,
Well, like, you
is
got
there
your
a Mount
chicken
Rushmore
sandwich.
of chicken dishes?
Yeah, you got your chicken sandwich, you got your chicken pasta, you got your chicken and rice, you got your chicken masala, your chicken soup, your
Right.
chicken dumplings. Like
right. Those are
eh,
chicken things, but do you have like a
You
top,
may not.
a top? Like I like chicken tikka marsala. That's a
Yes.
good one. But like
What
I
if
don't have a
our
top
produ-
5 chicken tikka marsala.
Well, our producer had something to say. What you trying to holler at? What? Let me hear it. What?
Blaine from the background.
Not just chicken nuggets with orange sauce.
Yeah, I mean, you could just cut them into
Isn't that
bites,
sweet
but
and
that's
sour?
not really it.
That's just sweet and sour chicken.
Yeah, like you can cut a
ain't no
chicken into a
We
small
ain't no,
cube.
doing no Panda Express.
See,
That's
this is
a-
what
that's a
happens
whole
when you let
different
your producer
category.
just come. Hey,
This is a whole fucking
God damn it!
category.
Shut the hell
Fucking
up!
You know what? No, I gave this my all.
Oh my
Fuck
God!
this.
God damn
We're
it!
done.
All right, guys.
fucking
Hey,
done.
guys. Well, this is what happens. This is what happens on Papa Don't Preach when you let your fucking producer chime in. Anyway, we'll have this argument off camera. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to Phil Berman for dropping by. Thank you so much. I
Thank you
really
for having me.
appreciate it.
Appreciate
This is Papa Don't Preach. Big shout out to DNA and Aaron Mostau who do our music. Big shout out to our producer, Blaine Piao. Big shout out to Bennett Miller. See you at home, baby boy. We're Papa Don't Preach. Tune in next time.